I'm injured. What do I do next? That's a question we get a lot here at Paynter Law. The first thing you need to do, and your first priority should be to take care of yourself. Get the medical treatment that you need, whether that's going to the emergency room or going to urgent care. A lot of times in the immediate aftermath of an accident, there's a lot going on, you have adrenaline going, and you may be injured and not even realize it. So it's really important to take care of yourself. The second thing I tell folks is, if your injuries allow you to do this, go and take photographs and videos of the accident scene. Don't assume that law enforcement or first responders are going to do that for you. Also, if there are other witnesses, go talk to them and get their contact information. All that information is going to let us represent you more effectively later on. Folks always want to know, what can I get compensated for in a personal injury case? Medical bills, of course. Any out-of-pocket expenses that you had as a result of the injury. For example, you had to rent a car. Lost wages, if you had any lost wages. If you're self-employed, any lost income. And finally, in North Carolina, you can recover for pain and suffering. And that's a very amorphous concept, but what it basically means is that you can receive an additional amount of money for the pain of that initial injury, for the pain and inconvenience of the treatment, for any mental distress or emotional distress that you suffered as a result of that injury. And because it is such an undefined category, it's important that you consult with an attorney when seeking compensation for pain and suffering. What are the statutes of limitations for personal injury cases in North Carolina? A statute of limitations is basically the amount of time you have from your injury to file a court case. For personal injury cases, the statute of limitations is generally 3 years. It's important that you start consulting with an attorney as early as you can. Keep in mind that in a complex personal injury case, it may take several months to prepare a complaint that we can file in court. Now keep in mind, the case does not need to be resolved by the expiration of the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations only requires that you get the case on file. So once the case is filed, you don't have to worry about the statute of limitations. You would be surprised how many times we get calls from folks with only a couple days, sometimes even only a day left on the statute of limitations. And it pains me to have to tell them that there is literally simply not enough time to file that case before the expiration of the statute of limitations. What makes Paynter Law different from other law firms? I think the main thing is that we're a small firm and we care for each of our clients. Unlike a lot of law firms, bigger law firms that have hundreds of staff, you're never going to have a problem talking to your lawyer at Paynter Law or even meeting with your lawyer in person. That personal touch and that ability to speak with your attorney whenever you want is something that distinguishes us from other law firms. Another thing that I think distinguishes us from a lot of larger firms is that we are very comfortable in the courtroom litigating and trying your cases. Some firms, they just take cases to try to reach a quick settlement. If we don't think we can get you what you deserve in a settlement, we will take your case to trial. Heck, we even took a case up to the North Carolina Supreme Court one time and won. How does a no-win, no-fee arrangement work? That simply means that if we don't win your case or get you a settlement that you approve, we don't charge a fee. Not only that, but if there are expenses in your case, for example, court filing fees, we advance those expenses for you, and we don't recoup those expenses unless we win. If you have any questions or need assistance, don't hesitate to reach out for a free consultation. At Paynter Law, we're here to help you every step of the way, and we pride ourselves on being a small firm with a big impact.